It took 3 content shifts, not fancy funnels, just one Instagram post that brought in dozens of qualified leads, which helped us to over $100,000. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to get ahead of 99% of businesses with your content. Not by working harder, but by being strategic about what you post and how you leverage it. I've worked with business owners across industries, fitness, coaching, e-com, you name it, helping them turn forgettable content into strategic personal brands that attracts leads daily. I'll cover the 3 stages that matter: how to get views on your content, how to turn those views into leads, how to convert those leads into paying customers. Most businesses focus on just one of these stages and wonder why they're not seeing results. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to build out a content engine that starts selling for you. Let's dive in. People usually take the hard way. Most businesses create content about what they think is interesting. Most businesses waste time posting about their products, company history, and features, when in reality, no one cares. It's like throwing a party and only talking about yourself all night. People scroll right past this content because it doesn't connect with them on any level. I made this mistake for months, but there's an easier way. Successful businesses create content about their audience's pain points. This is the first key to getting ahead. Focus relentlessly on the problems that your audience is trying to solve. When you speak directly to someone's challenges, they stop scrolling. It's like you're reading their mind. Here's how to do it. First, identify the top 3 to 5 pain points that your ideal customers face. For example, if you're a social media agency, your customers' pain points might be not knowing what to post, feeling overwhelmed by all the platforms, struggling to convert followers into customers. Next, create content specifically addressing each pain point. When I shifted to this approach, my engagement rate tripled. Here's the hands-on part. Use the they say, you say formula. Start your content with what your audience is thinking, then follow with your insight and solution. Example, you don't have time to post on social media every day. Good news. You don't need to. Here's the posting schedule that's working for our clients right now. Nothing stops the scroll like a bold number. Specific numbers make your content feel more credible. Try 5 reasons or 3 ways. The $297 strategy. Address negativity bias. We're hardwired to pay attention to potential threats. Frame content around mistakes, warnings, or things to avoid. Here's an example. Instagram mistake costing you clients. I made it for months. Let me tell you about my post that flopped versus one that blew up. When I was first making content, I was just creating videos that I thought were cool and just assumed that everyone else would like them too. I spent multiple days sometimes editing them, adding visual effects, 3D animations, music, smooth transitions, color grading, and just trying to make them absolutely perfect. And then few hundred views and basically no engagement. Now compare that to a post I made recently. Instead of focusing on me, I focused on a problem that I could solve for my audience. So I made a video about using ChatGPT and CapCut together to easily create reels. It was short, practical, and spoke directly to their pain. That one, 314,000 views, 3,000 comments, and 13,000 saves. Same me, same camera, same editing software, but a completely different result because the focus wasn't on me, it was on solving their problem. The second big mistake businesses make is creating random content with no strategy behind it. They jump from topic to topic based on whatever they feel like talking about that day. One day, it's a motivational quote. The next day, it's a product feature. Then it's a random industry news piece. And while this might build some views, it doesn't build authority. And without authority, you can't convert your viewers into leads. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in it. No matter how much water you pour in, it never fills up. I spent my first 2 years posting whatever came to mind. I got some engagement, but almost 0 leads. People weren't seeing me as an expert. They were just seeing me as another voice in the noise. But there's a much better way. To get ahead of 90% of businesses, you need to become the go-to authority in your specific area. This means creating strategic, evergreen content that positions you as an expert. So let's get into the nitty-gritties of it. Leverage social proof deliberately. Share client results with specific numbers. Screenshot positive messages from clients. Tell transformational stories. This builds credibility faster than anything I've tested. Optimize your profile as an authority hub. Professional photo that matches your brand. Bio that clearly states who you help and how. And highlight your best content in your featured section. Show behind the scenes content. Be vulnerable about your process. Share both successes and failures. Let people see the human behind the business. The posts where I've been the most honest and open about my struggles have consistently outperformed the polished content. There was a moment that it clicked for me. I stopped posting random content and started doubling down on two things: creating content using just a phone and visual effects using easy to learn apps. Within 3 weeks, I had creators DMing me saying, "Dude, I didn't even know CapCut could do that. Can you coach me?" I had multiple brands reaching out to me with partnership opportunities. That was the first time I realized that specializing doesn't make you smaller, it makes you stand out. The second I committed to my niche, people stopped seeing me as just another creator and they started treating me like an expert. That shift built trust fast, and that's when the real momentum started. The final mistake is thinking about content as just a funnel. Most businesses see content as a linear path. Get views, push to a website, and try to sell. They create endless top of funnel content, but have nowhere for interested people to go next. Or they focus on middle of funnel content that's just too salesy for new followers. It's like inviting somebody to your house, but having only a front door and nothing inside. I made this mistake early on. I'd get views on my content, but I had no system for nurturing those viewers into leads and customers. Here's how it's really done. Instead of a funnel, build a content world. A content world is with multiple entry points and pathways for people at different stages of their journey. This includes short form content to attract new viewers, long form content to build deeper relationships, free resources to capture leads, and paid products at different price points. This approach gives every viewer a next step, no matter where they're at in their journey. Forget building a perfect funnel. Start by building engagement. When I was just starting out, I didn't have a lead magnet, no welcome mat, no email list, no automated flows. What I did have was content that people actually wanted to interact with. I shared editing tutorials, cool VFX breakdowns, and I offered to send the step-by-step or the assets to anyone who commented. That one simple call to action, it exploded my engagement and built a loyal audience fast. So before you obsess over freebies and funnels, ask, are people already engaging with what you're posting? That's the first signal, not a fancy lead magnet. Think of it like lighting a signal fire. Every post, every comment thread, it was a flare up in the sky that said, hey, I can help you with this. If you're trying to pull it off too, got you. I wasn't building a list yet. I was building trust. And every time someone commented on the tutorial, every time they saved my reel or shared it with a friend, it wasn't just engagement, it was proof that I was solving a real problem for real people. And that kind of trust, that's what changes everything. Most businesses quit content because they don't see immediate results. But the businesses that push through that initial phase and apply these strategies, those are the ones that are building sustainable lead generating machines. Here's the thing. If you're tired of throwing content at the wall and hoping that something sticks, then it's time that we had a conversation. I work with select businesses to implement everything we've covered today and much more. One of my clients, Iris, went from just getting views to turning her content into a lead getting machine. After implementing the strategies that I'm about to show you, she generated thousands of qualified leads straight from her posts. Not guesses, not good engagement, actual people raising their hand saying, I want what you have to offer. And the best part, she didn't even have to go viral to do it. But I only work with businesses that are ready to commit to consistent content creation, willing to trust a proven process, and serious about scaling their social media presence. If that sounds like you, click the link down in the description. If it's a good fit, we'll reach out and we'll take the next step together. Spots are limited. I only take on 5 new clients each month. This is to ensure that everybody gets the attention that they deserve. So if you're ready to turn your social media into a real lead generation machine, click the link down in the description box. Otherwise, check out my previous video and get your roadmap to 10K followers in just 1 month. Have a great day.